Street Stars. We
What
in
up,
here
what
with
up?
Indigo Otomatic. What's
Hey,
going
man.
on?
Hey,
What's up with it?
chillin', grinding.
Yeah, man. We've been your videos been floating around on the internet through the city, man. I've been seeing it. I seen like couple like two of them right now. I seen you on the one video you was in the North, you know what I'm saying, and then you was what other beat was that you was rapping to? I know it was the Finesse 2 times.
Yeah, and I did finesse 2 times, and I did the that's on me.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Give them a little background history, you know what I'm saying? How you got started, what motivated you to get in the game.
Okay, so how did I get started rapping? Well, I went to school in Irvin. So shout out to the Crooked Eye, they're my babies. Yeah. And we started a label. Well, they already had a label, Throat and Twisted Entertainment, that they had put together. Yeah. And one day I was at home, and honestly, I heard Lucci on the radio singing Diabolical. Yeah. And I wrote me a verse on top of his, like, cause you know back then we ain't have it to where you can go and find the instrumental. Yeah. So I wrote me a verse on top of his, and like still to this day I always say that was like my coldest little verse or whatever. But I wrote and I was like, I want to rap. Like I always wanted to be the girl like who was like different, you know, the different girl. Like I always been, you know, I always had the little G in me or whatever. And I want to rap with the boys. There wasn't no girls rapping at the time at my school. Yeah. And I just wanted to be with them. So I went to school, I rapped it for them, and them niggas was like, yes, you are first lady. So I did that with them for a couple of years, and then I ended up getting kicked out of school. And then I ended up moving to North Dallas, and I was a real young girl. I was about 13. My mama already lived in North Dallas, so I was like 13 or 14. But I'm originally from New Orleans, so when we moved here, we moved to Irvin and then to North Dallas.
Already. What side and all that? What street did you was you raised around?
Nigga, you ain't nothing outside. I'm a Fair Oaks hustler, a Park Lane veteran. Hey, yeah. But yeah, no, when I first moved to North Dallas, it was Park Lane, Fair Oaks. I'm talking from Trey Sablos all the way down to Sundance, you know, so yeah. Yeah. So definitely, you know, they embraced us. My sister is a very well-known hustler from North Dallas, and she got a lot of respect. My mom does, and you know, so I moved out here, and I just been thugging. Shit, my mama was the bartender at the Royal Rack. You understand me? So.
Oh, the Royal Rack.
You remember? You remember from the Royal Rack to Kalahari to Gigi's? Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So when did you, as far as when you left Irvin with the music, when did you start getting around to the music in North Dallas?
When I left Irvin with the music, I took a break. I had a kid, and I think I had 2. I don't know, but yeah, I think I may have had a couple kids, and but I never really had stopped rapping. I ended up meeting Shay Scully from New Orleans. Well, he's like a cousin to me, but I ended up getting with him, and he had Mafia-tized entertainment. And he started a label. He had a bunch of different artists and stuff, but I was unsigned under him. And so I stayed, I just stuck with the music, and I stayed with him, and I did that for a few years. I dropped a mixtape with him, and then life took over after that. Yeah, life took over after that. So at that time, I never really had stopped rapping. I just, you know, when you doing it alone, you know, it was different back then. Everything was completely different. You really had to grind that shit out. And, you know, it wasn't no internet where you can just, you know, find a hookup with this person, a hookup, and, you know.
You really had to go out there and mash.
Yeah, you really had to go out there and mash or know somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Really life.
Shit just threw me. Give me kind of thing. Who were some of the artists that were influences in your life?
Like I said, I did write my first original rap to Diabolical, so I really, shout out to Lucci, free him, free Lucci, yes, Mr. Pookie, them my partners, but back then they weren't, back then I didn't know them at the time, but I knew like that was the sound, I want to sound like that, so I always do, I will always give them their credit because that's the honest truth.
Yeah, they are some Dallas legends.
They are some Dallas legends, so I wouldn't, nobody can take that. And so them and, I look up to, right now, I really, my favorite artist, she's from New Orleans. Her name's 3D Nitty. I'm sure you've heard of her. I think she's one of like the most slept on artists, and I really look up to her. Mia X, I love Mia X.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm from the Ninth Ward. I love China White. I love China White, and I like Eve. I like I love all the artists. You know what I'm saying? That really be saying some shit, and the ones that are like me, the ones that got the same kind of sound as me. But I don't really, I don't really listen to them a lot. But I know which ones I like. So.
Really. Speaking of female artists, you did some work with a couple out the city too.
Yeah, I definitely have done some work with a few female artists, not a lot.
You were in a group with some female artists as well.
Once upon a time.
What was the name of that? The
Triple D Queens. Triple D Queens, yeah.
Tell us about the impact that had on the city. Because it's rare to see like a female group in Dallas.
You know what? People always like called us a group. I never really referred to us as a group like that. We were more like a team. Okay. So what happened was I was on the Baddest Bitches in Mixtape Texas with Puka Leroy. Yeah. And then
shout out
Puka Leroy. I was on the mixtape with him. And then I knew one of the girls. I knew Feezy from back in the day, whatever. And then kind of when we were in that group, we all just kind of gravitated together, somehow, some way. And then, when it's girls and somebody might need a ride, whatever the case may be, you just ended up. Yeah, we looked out for each other, and we ended up, we did end up becoming like good friends. And they were my real friends, at the time. We were all very close friends. And so we did the little team thing. My sister started to manage us, and we did the little team thing. And one day we were doing our thing, and I said we should be called the Triple D something, and and then TB was like Queens or something. So anyway, we ended up coming up with the name Triple D Queens somehow, some way, and I felt like shit. Everybody eating. Let's, what I'm saying. We can do this. And then people started to want us together. So we got good. We got better. And we just started. I still was doing my solo thing, and that's why I said like I would never say we was really like a group. But that's you see 4 girls doing shit together. That's how people are gonna label everybody like a group. Because TB was still working on her mixtape. I did my shit. Chris did what she did, and that was that. So we ended up winning the Women's Work Award after I dropped my mixtape. Chris dropped her stuff, and then we won the Women's Work Award, which is the top 30 women in Dallas.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a good night, and so I look at it like, although that wasn't something long, they had a lot of longevity in my life, it still was a portion of my life that, it earned me something good to say I did, in the city. So
tell me about how hard it is to be a female artist. Like that seems like that'd be a struggle. I've dealt with one, and it's like you have producers being creepy, you got photographers being creepy. It's
right.
like, what I'm saying, you try to do shit and turn it
right.
So how do you deal with, that part of the game?
I mean, to be totally honest, like I don't. I know a lot of people say that. I honestly, I have not encountered that I feel like this: when you carry yourself like a boss, when you move like a boss, when you talk, you walk, you breathe like a boss, and I feel like whether I have a lot of money or whether I have a little money, I feel like the way that I talk, the way that I carry myself, that I'm respected. And that's important to me. I don't give a fuck about the rap shit. I don't care. None of that shit matters to me. What matters to me is that I can walk in a room and the same respect y'all gonna get a big nigga, I'm gonna get that too. In some way, form, or fashion. And if you don't know me, I'm woman enough to introduce myself. And the way that I introduce myself when I speak, I've never had that issue. But I do see, young girls ask me that and stuff. And I tell them the same thing. Carry yourself like a boss. And when you go in there and you handling business, they know the difference between business and you trying to get something for nothing. So.
Going straight in.
Hey, man.
Your ass went straight in.
Hey, tell me you came with your partner.
Hey. Man, that second verse, hey. That second verse, you were spitting some real game on some Pimp C shit. I was like, you gotta listen to what she's saying.
I love the second verse. Look,
that second verse was crazy.
Papa Ryan, when I'm in the club, he always show me a little love, and he always plays the first verse, and he cut it off, and I'll be like, damn, they need to hear the second verse, because people really love it, and I'm, I think that I did my thing on there.
Yeah, I think the one thing about your style, because even when you posted it, I think that was one that went viral. You know what I'm saying? It went crazy. People was tagging our page. I think one of the things that people like about you is you're so aggressive with the flow. You spit and you actually say some witty shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, how did you develop that particular style?
I guess if you meet my mom, you'll kind of see why I kind of rap like that. My mom was like real gangster. she real. I'm very similar, and I do say that children are, they learn what they live or what they be around, what they see. Just like my daughter's 14, she has a job, and she's been working there 6 months. She get up, she never misses a day of work. She's always on time, and I feel like she's like that because of me. And then in my life, my mama was a hustler. My mama's a gangster. My mama, when she talks, that respect I'm talking about. My mom demands that, you know what I'm saying? And when I was young, when I was, she was so pretty, and I just, a little girl look up to their mama, and I think that mama always told us, shit, a motherfucker can already see you. I got some badass kids, some by bad, I mean some beautiful kids, so a motherfucker can see you when you coming, they don't need to hear you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that aggressiveness is, I talk very well. I'm able to sit in a room full of execs and handle my business, but I'm also can sit in your spot and work that motherfucker without no help. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just, it's a part of my life. It makes me have that little gangster about myself. And I don't even know if that's, I think in my mind, I be changing it up. That's all y'all hear.
No. You be going in. I was just saying that it's a unique style.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. I never even thought like people would gravitate to it. I never thought in my mind like that people would be like the stuff that they're saying now. Like I always knew I would never even to this day be like, oh, she the best. Like that ain't even like something that I think in my mind, I rap hard, right. And that's just kind of what I be on, so yeah, that's crazy. But
I recently seen a clip you preview with Flip in the studio.
Yeah.
And you was killing that bitch too. I was like, God damn. I don't know when that song dropped, but it sound like y'all both was it Flip or somebody was killing the song.
Flip was killing the song. He definitely did his thing. I played his verse in there. And I have the song, and I talk to Papa Ryan or whatever a lot, as far as to, because I'm sure that he a DJ and he knows. And by me really like doing things alone, sometimes I reach out to you or whoever, whoever's willing to help me. I'm always willing to learn, because a lot of the stuff has changed.
Right.
Papa Ryan said that he thought that it would be a good idea if I let the world know me first.
Right.
Then you come out, because I was so excited, like, I'm gonna drop this with Flip. That's gonna put me back in the game. And he's like, do you really want to come out with, a feature. And not necessarily that it was with Flip. It could have been with Juvenile, whoever, he just like, you really want to come out with a feature, or you want to let the world know who you are, and then you have a feature. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And, and I was like, I also seen Lavish Ways from Houston. I met her a long time ago, and I follow her. She's OTB's manager, and I follow her. And I seen her post one day that says, a manager's job is not to find you fans. That's your job. And when she said that, I'm like, she's right. Like, I don't have enough fans. Like, I have to do something to grow my fan base, because no label's going to come for me without any numbers.
But I would say you're quickly rising, because I see it on the Instagram. I see, like I said, people tagging it, reposting it, resharing it, showing you love. So that's dope.
That's crazy.
All the plays. I want all the jewels.
I want all the plays. Yeah.
All of them. You want them all?
Yeah.
You want to save some?
I want to make I want to make all the money. As you know, maybe you don't know, but I'm also a photographer. I also have a little beauty shop. Yeah, I also have a little beauty shop where I sell hair. And I also am a tax expert. And
are you Jamaican?
No, baby.
You Jamaican, man.
No, baby. I'm just from New Orleans. No.
Deliver babies on the weekend.
Okay, it seemed like it. But no. When I came up with that, it's just like, I want money from every aspect. You know what I'm saying? I want to, if it's a play to be made and it's logical for me to do it, I'm gonna make the bread.
Dig that. Are you currently working on a project?
I don't think I'm currently working on a project. I know the city is like almost requiring that, but to me, when you drop a project, to me, I just see, I want people to buy my shit.
Yeah,
I want people to buy that shit. So I only been back rapping 5 months. I have had Lil Mister makes me custom beats to, some of my songs. I have, so I really have original tracks. I have a nice little amount, and I want that song where the whole, how they got out there and they singing Cardi B shit, or these bloody shit. I want that feeling on my shit. I want the world to learn one of my songs.
It's coming.
Right, and I feel like until I have at least 2 of those, what's sense in dropping a project? So y'all can hear these songs that I'm already posting. You know what I'm saying? So I think that comes later, because you want to sell albums. You also want people to be able to come back and say, her shit was hard, but if only 5,000 people heard it, and it's 5 billion, million, quadrillion people in this world, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not good enough for me. When I feel like when I get my following to a good level, then I can give them something. I think people do that to make themselves look busy, and that's just not my goal.
Now you've been in the music game for a while now,
right.
So I'm curious to what you think about doing music back then versus doing music now.
I definitely think that so much has changed. For me, rapping is a hobby for me, just such as taking pictures. I just happen to be good at this one. So I think that it's a very expensive hobby now. Back then, you used to find somebody to record you. You used to find somebody going to give you 50 beats. And I think even though it's like getting your hair done now, back in the day, we can go to somebody's house to get your hair done real nice for like $35, $45. And I think that, no, listen, like, for now you got to buy the hair. Nigga, the hair is $250. The hair $250, then you got to go get, they got the front of the girl, $250. She charging you $250 that's $500 for you to wear your hair this way for like 2 weeks at the most. Shit, and then you get a touch up. Some of them do it for the free, but whatever. So I think that like now, and which is good, everybody's putting a price on their work, and it ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's definitely a more expensive hobby. And I feel like it's easier now because you can, for instance, almost 3,000, maybe more, but at least 2,600 people from just Facebook shared one of my challenges.
Damn, and it's just like that, your ass can be viral overnight.
Like, it's crazy the love I get from like Michigan. Shout out to Gigi Lofi. He's an upcoming real hot artist out in Michigan, and he shared it. Shout out to Mr. Kane.
And Mr. Kane shared it?
He said I was his favorite rapper. I was so geeked.
That's crazy.
He posted on my page. I saved it. But he posted it and he said that I'm his favorite rapper. And then he shared it on his page. And I thought, like, how real nigga can you be, nigga, to give me a little shine on your platform? Like I say, you a real.
Do for you, like knowing that, like this is organic.
Scares the shit out of me.
Love.
Scares the fucking shit out of me. Like niggas, I'm fit to die.
That's crazy.
That shit is crazy because I really just be rapping. Like I really do. Like I don't. Like I said, I don't have. You know, some girls go in with that. Yeah, I'm the best. I could kill. Whoop whoop. That's not me. Like that ain't me. Like that. I just be doing me. But you know, I had no idea they was gonna like gravitate. Like I didn't know. I really
sound a lot different than a lot of female artists, and I think that's what makes you. I think in this day and age, being different, standing out, will help prepare you way quicker. Than going hard and sounding like somebody else. Right.
And I mean, I know I sound different. Like when I was a little kid, my family always tells me these stories, like how I had this voice and I used to say, oh, me. And they always say that. It's so funny. Like we always talk about it and we laugh about it. And the older I got, I was like, I'm going to try to talk lighter. But it's just kind of like, to me, I always think about how Rihanna, when she sings, you think she from Texas or you think she's from down south. But when she talks like where she's from. You know what I'm saying? So I think that my old voice comes back when I get the rapping, and you know, I kind of get to. It's like I am a mother. I am a, you know, I work for a company. You know, I do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when I rap, I get to be who I'm destined, who I was designed to be. So. You know, and I think I always say that I rap from my heart, not from my throat. You know what I'm saying? And like the shit, I don't feel like I told a lie yet. You know what I'm saying? In none of my verses. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, it sounds different because this is us. This is my family. This is me. This is stuff I've been around. This is things that I've been through. I had a rough childhood coming up, and I think in my music it just come out.
So plug your well, you don't have a project yet.
I don't have a project yet.
Plug all your Spotify, your YouTube, because she's done the YouTube, y'all. Let's get some subscribers on this mug. Yeah. What's the YouTube that they can follow?
It's Indigo Otomatic. Everything is Indigo Otomatic. Instagram, indigo.otomatic. I have a website. It's indigooto.com. So that's indigooto.com. So sometimes you can just check there and see, like, grab some songs or whatever, but most of the songs is slowly but surely being dropped on all the major platforms. And, you know, I just need the city and the world to remember that it's just me right now. I don't have a team. So every move I'm making is just me, and it's going to take a little time, and I only been back rapping 5 months.
And I told you can manage yourself.
You always tell me I can manage myself, and I actually have went and signed some contracts. I created them. You know, I told them what I need and what I want, and you know, and some people are respecting that. You know, even with my verses now, you know, this is what I want, and if you want me, this is what it's gonna be. And I feel like they are respecting what I do, and they are respecting the businesswoman that I am. And I've been doing it alone, and it's a lot. It's tough, but I know in the end it will pay off. And then that way, if a label was to come for me, I don't have any contracts holding me down.
Dig that. Man, Indigo, we appreciate you coming through.
Hey, man, anytime. Hey, I told Jeff, I say, man, I owe you one because that's a real nigga, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, you killing the game. Watch what's going to happen, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay focused. Yeah, but I really appreciate y'all having me. This is such a great platform for people to get on here and tell their best truth.
Shots fired. Anyway, anyway, back to the business, man. We appreciate you coming through and keeping it real, telling the truth, no lies, and we know about it. We've been seeing it since goddamn Skillman and out there, y'all. All them shows. Yeah, she did a whole lot of that shit. Yeah, it's a lot of shit we ain't
everywhere,
run through.
man.
Yeah, man. She represent that law for real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she back though. And we appreciate you coming through. You are a real life street star.
Hey.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move it. Hey.